Hi, good morning, EST time, and good evening here in Manila. My name is Karen Tavani, and welcome to another episode of IHR Body Live. And welcome. Last week I think I wasn't able to go live on Thursday, so yeah, now it's Tuesday, and it's another week nearing the month of December. So Christmas is just around the corner, and I hope that you've invited your friends to watch our live. We'll have special guests this coming December. Of course, at the end of November, who knows, we'll have a surprise guest here. Please do invite all your virtual assistant friends, colleagues to join our group and watch our live every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 a.m. EST time. And that's 10 p.m. Manila time. Okay? So let's wait for some people to come and join. Let's wait for some viewers here. If you want, or if you have any suggestions or comments on what to feature, who to guest, or if you want some topics to discuss, please let us know in the comment section. Okay. Mhm. So let's just wait for people to come in. Okay, I'm seeing people watching already. Again, the comment section is open for everyone. So if you want to suggest to recommend some topics that we haven't discussed before, or that you think it's very important to discuss, especially for virtual assistants, please let us know in the comment section. And again, of course, don't forget, we are always live Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 a.m. EST time. That's 10 p.m. Manila time. Okay, we've got a few viewers here. So I think last week, the last live was Tuesday, and um, I think the topic that time was how do you maintain your health on a graveyard shift? We have Jello, who's our beautiful copywriter. And as you remember that we've discussed the things you can do to maintain your health. Because, of course, if you're in graveyard shift, it's so difficult to really stay energized and maintain your health because you're going to sleep opposite hours that we have. Okay, so I think we can start the discussion right now. So, the topic that we have tonight is okay, I'm sure that this is a very simple topic, but I feel the need to discuss this because I know some of you would want to know what are the most effective and most productive work from home routine that a virtual assistant could do so that they can be able to do a lot of output and produce a lot of things. Okay, so let's go over the topic right now. So there are a few things that you have to remember, when you're a virtual assistant. Um, the number one thing, the reason why you're there is because you have to be productive because your client is a very busy person, and the only person or the only one that he can or she can trust to fulfill all the other tasks that he or she can is the virtual assistant. So for you to be able to be productive, you also need to have a good work from home routine so that you're efficient enough to produce an output. So um it the things that we're going to discuss would be the simplest you ever hear, but these are important factors that if you consider checking them out, then you might have a little or feel a little difference from what you're doing before, how you were before as a virtual assistant. So here there's a bit of let's say a lot of key takeaways that you can get from the discussion right now. Boosting your productivity, reducing the turnovers, lower your organizational cost, and of course, flexibility. Okay, so let's start. How do you work effectively at home? So whether you're working part time or full time, by choice or because of any whatever situation, whether event, it's important that you ensure that you are set to be productive. Again, productivity and efficiency is the key takeaway for this or for tonight's topic. So this includes having a lot of things in your workspace or in your home. I mean, for you to be able to have a good workout routine, work from home routine, you need to have the right equipment, the right space, the right gear, everything that you need should be at the right place at the right time, the right technology. So here are some of the things that you have to remember to be able to develop like a great work from home routine. First is know your ground rules. So um if you're a 9 to 5, if your time is flexible, it doesn't matter. If you're allowed to work on public, as long as you have Wi-Fi, that's okay. Okay, but which tech tools you might need should be there. Like you have to subscribe on the tools that you need to be able to make your work um, possible. Like, of course, if you work from home, you have to set your communication ways through Zoom, video conferencing, probably chat on Slack, Microsoft Teams, or Skype. And then you also need to have time management and project management tools like Asana, Trello, Monday.com, ClickUp, and Infinity. So it's very important that your employer spells out the ground rules and ensures that you have the appropriate equipment. Like laptop, of course, network, your Wi-Fi, passcode so you can be secured, and of course, instructions to logging in the accounts of your employer. And be sure that you always have the two-factor authentication. I know it's kind of hard to have that because um, when you're logging in to Facebook, to Instagram, the two-factor identification is a total mess. Like you have to text to your phone, you have to get the code and log it in. But I'm telling you, it's one of the most important thing that you should have because you need to protect your account. Nowadays, there's no assurance that even with your hardest passcode that you can protect your account. So I suggest there's two-factor authentication. Okay? And of course, be sure to do the trial runs and work out on any problems that you might, encounter on your work, on yourself, and on the tools that you're using. Second, set up a functional workspace. So, not everyone, I remember there was one topic on our live where I discussed the different styles or different things that you can set up as your workspace in your area. So whether your area or your home is small or big, there's always a way to set a good workspace enough for you, to work around. So, not everyone has a designated home office. So, but it's very important and critical to have a private space, a spot where it's quiet, you have a space for work, and you can separate your daily activities from your work. Next is, of course, this is, I guess, one of the most important things that every virtual assistant needs. You want to guess it? Yes, that's Wi-Fi or internet connection. Like me, whenever I see my Wi-Fi go down, or let's say I lost it for a couple of minutes, I go crazy. Like I cannot afford losing internet connection 24/7. Not because of social media, but because of the work that I have. And my work is in social media, it's digital marketing. So I guess really this is like one of the most important thing in my life, which is internet speed. So whether it's FaceTime, TikTok, um, Facebook, Instagram, anything, you all need this when you're working at home. Because it's the only way that you can connect and communicate and do the things inside the internet. Next is use phone apps. So, of course, you have your laptop, but of course, you can't afford, you can't avoid that there will be times you need to go out. But that's the beauty of working from home. It's flexibility, meaning you can work at your own pace, at your own time, and anywhere, as long as you have the equipment. Now, of course, not everyone could bring their laptops. Like some people don't want to bring a lot of gadgets or gear. So, what do you bring when you want to go out and work at the same time? Your phone, which means you need to have every app that you use for your work into your phone. And that makes everything easier, like Zoom, there's on phone, Slack, Skype, Messenger, Google Meet, what else? Microsoft Teams. So, having your phone with you is the most convenient way of taking your work wherever you are. So make sure that you use your phone apps. Next is minimize distractions. Of course, when you're working at home, everything is there. Like your pets are there, barking dogs, chickens in the morning, what else, streets, busy streets, people, children walking around. So you can't avoid these kinds of distractions. And especially if you have kids at home, I'm telling you, it's really different. So you see, you have to at the same time find a way where you can talk or communicate with your colleagues or manager on the time where everything is not noisy. So make sure that, if it's at nighttime, then because your kids are sleeping or there's no cars going around the area, so schedule the call during that time. Next is plan extra social interaction. So some folks love the thought of working in solitude, but even the most introverted among us can start to feel little claustrophobic. So after weeks at home alone, you tend to get burned out also, even it's work from home, especially if you're projected to work for long hours. You can get lonely because you don't work with colleagues, and you have to be ready for that. Like I've been doing this for like 10 years, and I've never had, sometimes I had clients where I have colleagues, but sometimes I don't. So it's really sad you don't get to talk to someone or release your stress to someone. So you have to prepare yourself for that. And of course, spare time where you can go out, get some fresh air, do some activities, because you're flexible time, so you can do those things even while working. So plan your extracurricular activities, your social interactions, because also that's very important. Next is computers. Of course, make sure you have your computer CPU, your memory is big enough, to accommodate the work that you have. The basics of your CPU, because sometimes if you encounter problems, you have to be able to resort it to a first aid. You know. Next is of course health and medical services. So sometimes we have employers who have offer health services or health care, and some they don't. But you have to be responsible on your own. So, like you can still pay for your own. You don't have to depend on them. So if you're freelance, And you need your SSS, your tax. Be a voluntary payer and make sure that it's active, because you can never tell what could happen to you. Okay, so I think these are the basics that you need to know and to set up, to be able to be productive and efficient. This is what we call like the work from home routine that you need to have. And we do hope that it would really be a big help for you, especially those whose first time working from home. Okay, so I hope you learned a lot tonight. I'll see you again this coming Thursday, and I think that's the last Thursday of the month. It's gonna be December, and it's a very simple topic for this coming Thursday. That's virtual assistant tools used for every businesses. See you again. Bye.